Shalom family, Most High in Christ bless. Sister Shana here from the House of Officer Raj, Atlanta camp. I'm coming to you today to share some kitchen essentials. While it's not necessary for you to have all these things, these would be some of the items I would start with in the collection. So here is some sturdy, decent quality kitchen shears. These are the KitchenAid brand. I think I got them from Walmart, so they were affordable. They're great for fabricating chicken. You can have the kids to snip herbs and things for you to help you out in the kitchen. I often use them to cut the backbone out of my whole roasted chicken if I want to do like a split roasted chicken. Okay, so those are handy. Of course, the necessity, the standard chef's knife. You can get them ranging from 6 to up to 10 to 12 inches. See what's comfortable for you. I want to say this may be an 8 or a 10, and it's very comfortable. It's not too huge. With practice, you will get better. All right. Also, another necessity is a digital food thermometer. It has Celsius as well as Fahrenheit on here. You just have to turn it on. From time to time, you will need to calibrate it. So you take care of your thermometer. It will help take care of you. Make sure your food is safe, cooked to the correct temperatures of doneness, and not overcooked. All right, another key essential. I use this almost every day. It's really big skillet. It doesn't have to be nonstick. Just so happened the only one they had at Walmart was this, and I thought it was a 16-inch, but it's actually a 14-inch, and it's awesome. I'm gonna need another one soon. For me, I like to cook quickly, and I have somewhat of a medium to large size family, so I need to make a lot in a shorter amount of time. So I do a lot of searing, a lot of sauteing, a lot of roasting, a lot of baking. I will even flash sear or saute my protein in batches. Let's say I had like 10 chicken breasts I needed to cook. They'll be seasoned, marinated, and I'll sear one side, pull them off. Once they're all seared, finish them all in the oven. Quicker work. While they're finishing in the oven, I can be doing other tasks. So this allows me to do that. Key note, if you're searing or sauteing, in order for you to do that method successfully, you will need a large pan, or the whatever's in there needs to have space. So if you overcrowd your pan, you're not going to achieve browning because it's going to steam and create moisture, and you won't get that crust. So just keep that in mind. Also, I recommend these half-size sheet pans. They look pretty big for us, but in the industry they're half size. So you can do a lot with this. This really helps with cooling things when you're cooling larger quantities of food, especially if it's something really dense or thick. It's good to spread it out into an even layer, a thinner layer, so it can cool faster. So these are great for that, as well as baking and so much more. My next thing, a kitchen necessity. I think everybody may have these. I even have a plastic one, so whatever works for you, whatever you can afford. A colander, great for straining off liquids, pasta, potatoes, whatever you're doing. Rinsing, cleaning veggies, and so on. Also, you'll need a set of bowls. I forgot to get that out, but a medium to large bowl, something at least about this size. A lot of stores have the stainless steel set, even the plastic ones with like 3 sets from small to large. I recommend you invest in that. Also, you will need a large pot. I want to say this is a 6-quart with the lid. Boiling, blanching, all of those things, soups, you'll need this. It's a necessity. Of course, if it's just you and you have a smaller household, just a standard little sauce pot might do. Sorry, I have the phone propped up on it. So, of course, you'll need the lid so that you can control temperature and things of that nature. At the very least, I would say you need at least a large pot and a small pot with the lid. Okay? Also, a mesh strainer. Not to be confused with our colander there. This is finer. And if I'm doing like cold pressed juices, like I make some juice in my Ninja blender and I don't want all those chunks in my green apple drink, I'm going to press, or cold press as they say, because it would not apply heat. And you're getting all of those raw vitamins and nutrients out of the food item. As well as if I'm making a sauce and I don't want clumps or anything in it, I want a really nice smooth consistency, this is your tool. All right, so let's continue on with gadgets. I don't have anything fancy here. I'm just showing you the basics. You'll definitely need a couple pair of tongs. These are stainless steel. That means they're heat proof. They don't have to be, but if you're using them for food items, they need to be heat proof. All right, so I have a whisk. A lot cheaper at your standard restaurant stores. You get durability in your product for a lot less cost. I think this was $2. Okay, your whisk costs a lot more for the little cheapy ones at Walmart. All right, a rubber spatula set. I'm just showing you one here. I would say you need at least two. They're fantastic. They can get every drip drop out of the bowl, out of the pot. All right, and it's also heat safe. So make sure that the ones you get are heat safe. Zester or Microplane. I love this tool. You can use this to get all those delicious flavors out of your citrus zest. If you don't want the high acidity, or if you're marinating, let's say you're marinating chicken and you have herbs on it and you want those herbs to stay green. If you added the lemon juice, the acid's going to turn those green herbs dull in color, like brownish. So maybe you just want to use the zest. Okay, this would be an awesome gadget to help you with that. You can do much more with that as well, like finely grate Parmesan, grate your garlic, but as I've said before, I don't like to do that because you have that nub left over. So whatever works for you. Wooden spoon. Some pots, especially like those non-stick pans, they can get scuffed up pretty badly, so metal to metal doesn't work so well. I recommend wooden spoon or rubber spatulas that will help with the longevity of your product. Of course, a can opener. We all need this. You never know when you need those canned goods. And integrating a mix of things, you know, all your things in moderation. Sometimes I don't have time to make a batch of dried beans, but you know, at a grab I have, you know, some canned product I can get to right away, rinse it, refresh it, and make it just as nice. Okay, a regular grater. Everybody needs this. As standard for grating cheeses and such. You know, that block may be a lot cheaper than the bag of shreds, so you may get more volume for your buck. Of course, a regular old spatula. And I would also recommend a fish spatula. I forgot to show you that. Hold on. Fish spatulas are great because, as you can see the difference here, this one's thicker and wider, this one's longer, and is very flexible. So it can wiggle under that fish and help you to prevent from breaking it. Okay. Another set of tools I recommend you add to your repertoire is some sort of knife sharpener and a knife steel. So anytime now some people have these and they say, hey, this sharpens my blade. No, it does not. It realigns your blade. So you need to sharpen it to sharpen the edge. So with this one, I just run through. You have to be real careful. And remember, every time you put metal against metal, it makes more metal fragments. So you'll need to clean it before using it. So once it's sharpened, I'm going to go on both sides. It's kind of like magnetic, so it's going to pull up those fragments. And it realigns the blade. So I'll make sure I clean this before I use it. Very essential tools. You're more likely to cut yourself from a dull blade. So let's prevent that. Also, this is another awesome tool. At least out of your knives, I would recommend 3. The chef's knife, a bread knife or serrated knife, as well as a little paring knife. You can do intricate detail work, like, you know, making your little fruit flowers or peeling a kiwi and things of that nature. The bread knife is great for cutting the skin off of whole fruit, as well as slicing bread. It will slice into it without you smashing it and ripping it up. Okay, so we're almost done here. Back to our skillets. Just like our pots, you need one big, one small. I know I'm all mixed match. Doesn't have to be non-stick. Stainless steel actually is pretty good because, you know, you can do anything in it. You can go straight in the oven with it if it's heat safe. This particular one is heat safe. It had the ceramic, but as you can see, I've ruined that. I use them too much. Okay, so one big, one large. Can do a lot with that. And my final recommendation is an old-fashioned cast iron skillet. It is heavy bottom. It maintains heat very well, and you could do a lot with this skillet. It's good for frying. It's good for cornbread, or, you know, like old-fashioned cobbler in the skillet. You can get the little cute ones and make baby homemade cobblers, and everybody's feels so so happy that you did something sweet and personal just for them. So get you a cast iron skillet. Grandma was right. You can do a lot with it. Great for a steak, by the way. All right, so that's it. Just wanted to show you a few gadgets and tools that you will need to start up your kitchen, as well as, of course, a cutting board. I wouldn't go any, well, I have one little one on hand for doing quick things, but for the most part, you need a standard size. This and bigger. If you do a lot of food prep, maybe for your school or whatever the case may be, you most definitely want to have the capacity to cut larger things. All right, well, thank you. I pray that you have a great day, and I hope this was helpful. Shalom.